We are live, baby. We are live. Live in the wreck, live in the wreck, live in the wreck, live in the wreck. It's your boy, always real, never fake. Alex Raw Tech is in the building. Coming at you guys with another one. Shout out to all my channel members and the supporters. What is up? What is up? What is good, guys? What is good? What's up, Alex? I'm ready to. Nah, because I'm not gonna keep calling them you know respectfully dodo birds from corporate. Now, what's up, Zach? What's good, bro? Now I gotta wait for the FCC to put somebody else in charge of my case. You know what I'm saying? I gotta wait for the FCC to put somebody else in charge of my case. So this is to prove to Boost Mobile that I wasn't joking, because Boost Mobile was calling my bluff. They were like, "Oh no, he's not gonna file a FCC report." Yes, the hell I did. And when they email me tomorrow, well, I mean Monday, I will be sending them all the proof. You guys seen the video I did this morning? You seen how bad Boost Mobile crashed? Like the Fast.com speed test said that it failed and there was no internet connection. And I already at that point I only used 17.4 gigabytes. That's crazy. That is crazy. I had used 17.4 gigabytes. 17.4 gigabytes. And my speeds are crashing with Boost Mobile. So that's just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, Mr. D's, man. Mr. D's. And like I said, I know they watching these live streams. So listen, Mr. D's, me and you have nothing to talk about. The other chick, Stephanie, me and you have nothing to talk about neither, because you're another damn liar talking about some. We don't have a manager. We don't have a supervisor here in Echo Star Corporate the solutions department, customer solutions department. So you don't know how to resolve anything. You guys should not be working. I think both of you guys should be fired, to be completely honest. Because not only are you guys covering up fraud for a shady, fraudulent US manager from your loyalty department, that's one, but you also are incapable of doing your jobs. Because I'm talking about both of you guys. Now, Abby, I haven't talked to you on the phone, so I don't know. But like I said, if you're not calling me to unlock my phone, then there's no reason to call me. And I'm not joking. I'm not joking. So with this FCC complaint, if you guys don't want it to get any further, because like I said this morning, I will take it to the Better Business Bureau, and then I'll take it to the New Jersey Department of Consumer Affairs. That'll be the next filing I do against you guys. So like I said, you guys wanted to play these games, so let the games begin. You guys really thought that I was just gonna give up. Well, we're gonna make him give up. He's not gonna file no FCC complaint. Well, too bad, because I did. Yeah, it is a piece of trash, Booker. The FCC is strict. I mean, no, sorry, not the FCC. Boost Mobile is a piece of crap. They're straight trash. I read about that, Booker. Boost Mobile is trash. So with this FCC complaint against them, you know, we'll see. Like I said, and you guys better not try to lie to the FCC, because I'll let them hear these live streams where I talk to you guys on the phone. Okay, so you better not sit there and try to lie and say, "Yo, what's going on?" Da, 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 da. So anyway, let's call and find out. Let's call Boost Mobile to find out what's the ticket, what is going on with the ticket. Because they did have a ticket out, so they said it was still under review when I called on Thursday. So today's Saturday, so I'm trying to find out what's going on with the ticket. So we're about to find out together what's going on with this ticket from Boost Mobile. So like I said, so I don't want nobody from Boost to waste their time. Do not call me to tell me no dumb shit like, oh well, we can't guarantee 512 kilobytes, and we're sorry you're only getting 53. No, call me to tell me, sir, your phone has been unlocked after your FCC complaint, and we are so sorry that we couldn't fulfill your needs as in carrier, and we are unlocking your phone so you can take your phone to anybody else. And thank you so much. Bye. There you go. Get off the phone together. That's it. Everybody goes their separate ways. What's up, Walter? You know what I'm saying? So because they thought I was joking. That's the problem. Like Boost Mobile thought that I was joking. They thought I was a joke. Oh God. Let me go upstairs, guys. Hold on, guys. Yes. I gotta go get the phone upstairs. It was charging. I hate this IVR. It's the worst. Let me go
In
get.
order to verify you, I need to check the passcode to the phone number you entered. Do you agree? Yes or no?
Yes. You deaf, stupid machine. Good
We sent
lord.
a passcode to your phone. Please enter the passcode. If you still haven't received the passcode, say resend. If you're having trouble getting the passcode, say help. Otherwise, please enter the passcode.
All right, guys, I'm back. Give me a second.
Sorry, I didn't get that. Please enter the passcode you received.
Give me a second, guys. Yeah, guys, Boost Mobile is trash. Straight dumpster fire trash. Hold on, I need to look up that stupid ticket number. I don't know if I screenshotted it. Oh yeah, I got it right here. I got the ticket number right here. The screenshot of the ticket number. So this is what I got to get this Boost rep. So I mean, so he can pull up the what Abby said about this whole situation. Well, I'm glad you got your phone unlocked, bro. I'm going through hell to get my shit unlocked. Yes, Angel. What department are you from? Oh, I need to get over to loyalty department. Yes.
and can I see too? May you provide me with the name and phone number?
Yeah. Hold on.
Do you have the ticket number?
Yes. I already spoke to customer loyalty with no issues on Thursday, and they told me to call back on Thursday. I mean on Saturday.
All right, I will connect you to. Please stay on the line.
Okay. Damn my neck.
Your call is extremely important to us, and you will be connected to the next available agent.
She was trying everything in her power not to transfer me.
Hello, thank you so much for patiently holding on the line. This is Adam. How can I help?
Yes, Adam. What department are you from, Adam?
The cancellation department.
Okay, Adam. Because I need you to pull up a ticket. I don't know if it has to be you or a supervisor. That corporate left me an email with a ticket number,
Okay.
and they were telling me that I don't know if it was your supervisor or a manager could pull it up.
Well, I can put it up. If you'd like.
Well, I guess to make things faster. So hold on. No problem.
All right, I appreciate you.
No problem. Okay, guys. So we got him on the phone. What's up? What's up? YouTuber experience. So we'll see. Da-na-na-na. Oh shit! And Boost, if you're watching, look. I know you guys enjoyed the other live stream I did, but here you go. Let me bring that down the brightness on the 17 Pro for my T-Mobile Business 17 Pro. What's that say? FCC, and that there goes my ticket number for the FCC. See, I filed a formal FCC complaint this morning. This morning. All right. What time does the screenshot say? 3:24 a.m. So that was this morning today. At 3:24 a.m., I filed this FCC complaint against Boost Mobile. So the only reason you guys should be reaching out to me, Boost Mobile, is to tell me that you guys are gonna unlock my phone like I told the FCC. I just want a clean break from you guys. You guys unlock my phone. I don't have to pay for it because all I'm gonna do is keep making you guys look bad. I want you guys to see the shitty service that I get from Boost Mobile. I'm gonna do a screen share right now with my YouTube channel, and we're gonna pull up the video that I posted earlier this morning, where Boost Mobile kept crapping out on the live stream. Oh god, that's funny. Because the longer they take to unlock my phone, the bigger embarrassment they get. Yo, that's crazy. Like I seriously don't understand what's going on with Boost. Because if I was in corporate, I would be like, "Yo, let's get this dude's phone unlocked and get him the hell out of here." He's been a complete freaking utter nightmare. Is what he's doing right now. So don't go nowhere, Boost. I know you guys like watching my live streams. So let's watch. Uh, yep, here we go from 16 hours. So you guys can see it really clear. Messed up. The hospital's going away. That's millimeter wave in Philly right there, and that's over here in Trenton. That's Philly. That's in Philly, and that's over here in Trenton. That's West Trenton. That's downtown Trenton, which is considered North Side. This is also the North Side. So I want to fast forward this a little bit. Visible completely trashed. So I want to take you to the part where the service failed. Right here. This shit's about to fail. Watch this. And that's Boost right there. You guys see real clear. It says iPhone 16 Pro. And what company is my iPhone 16 Pro locked to? Boost Mobile. And now you look at that. Let's just pause that right there. Look at that. It says it says, hold on, what does it say? The test failed. Check your internet connection. Yes, I'm here.
I actually double checked right here regarding your ticket, and here's what it says. It says that we tried reaching out to you on the 24th.
Mm-hmm.
Spoke about the issue reported for the ticket number ending in 384.
Mm-hmm.
But you were unable to pick up your phone, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And it says right here we still want to talk about it, so please reply to the email letting us know if you still need assistance with the issue.
Um, the issue can't be fixed. I made a video this morning on YouTube where the internet keeps stalling out. So what Abby, because that's who created the ticket number, Abby, I got her voicemail. Abby did was I downloaded a whole new eSIM because the other one couldn't be used, the T-Mobile network. So now I'm on the Rainbow SIM permanently roaming on AT&T. So it still it still crashes. Like there's no internet connection for streaming. There's no internet connection for internet. So I basically told Abby on a live stream that all I want is my phone unlocked and I get to leave because I already put an FCC complaint against you guys. I'm gonna let you know right now. I did it this morning at 3 o'clock in the morning. I put the FCC complaint. I sent the FCC the proof, the videos that you guys say you're fixing things, but nothing gets fixed. So I just want to part ways. So I left them a descriptive tale. They said upload the videos that you got as proof. I did. They said upload the screenshots that show your speeds being so slow, and even when you haven't used all your data, your speeds dropping. And I sent them all that evidence to the FCC. Everything they wanted, every piece of document. And I was trying to avoid that. But since your corporate department, Abby, Mr. What was the first one I talked to? Scott, um, DS
Right?
did not know how to do his damn job either. And the other one, Stephanie, did not know how to do her damn job either. Now you got an FCC complaint.
Stephanie?
Yeah, Stephanie. And now you guys got an FCC complaint. So
Correction, sir.
what happened?
Go ahead.
So what
There is a small correction, sir. Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead. What you was gonna say?
When you said that you do have a rainbow SIM card, I just want to let you know, sir, that this is actually not an AT&T tower. This is actually our tower. But we can switch you over to an AT&T tower if you'd like. I can send you the eSIM right now.
No, that's not the point. The point is that it doesn't matter what service the phone is on, it doesn't work correctly. So it's an iPhone 16 Pro
Sure, it does.
working like an iPhone 10s or an iPhone 11, which is completely disgusting, bro. You guys already tried everything, bro. First, I was on the T-Mobile network. I mean, I'm sorry, on the AT&T network when I
Right.
first got this line back in
AT&T.
September of 2024. Okay, September 2024. Then you guys switched me to native dish. I was on native dish for a long time, but then after I would go over my data, the data was unusable. After I went over 100 gigs, the data was deemed unusable. Then you guys switched me to AT&T. The same thing has been going on for so long, sir. So there's no way to fix it. The only way to fix it is unlocking my phone and letting me go, which I'm pretty sure that's what the FCC is going to tell you guys to do after all the video evidence I sent them. They're gonna advise you guys to just unlock the
Actually,
phone and let me go, because that's all I want. Like I
you
don't
don't want to
understand
give it a shot
why
with
you
the
guys want,
AT&T tower?
huh?
You don't want to give it a shot with the AT&T tower at least?
I already did, sir. I had AT&T since last year. I switched over from
Okay.
native dish to AT&T on April 15th of 2025. That's when I switched. So that's a
Gotcha. Okay.
long time ago. Then more than a year, matter of fact. No, we're in April. Yeah, I was a whole year on AT and T,
You still have
and
the same issue?
now what happened?
You still have the same issue?
Yes, sir. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You guys, listen. I know this is above your pay grade, but I'm gonna explain something to you so you can clearly understand something, bro. I know you don't get training for this,
Okay.
and you don't get told this. The contracts that Dish has, right? Echo Star, Dish, with AT&T and
Right.
T-Mobile are the worst contracts that I have ever seen out of any prepaid carrier. And I'm going to explain to you why. US Mobile
Yes,
is
please.
smaller than Boost Mobile, and US Mobile gives me unlimited data on my phone, unlimited data on AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile, and I get to switch between all three of them whenever I want to. They'll send me a brand new eSIM. Like right now, I'm using T-Mobile. If I hit up their chat or if I call, customer care like I do with you guys, they'll be like, "Okay, Mr. Fabres, what you want, Alex? What you want to switch to? You want to switch to AT&T, Verizon again, or would you like to stay with T-Mobile?" And I'm like, "No, switch me over to AT&T." And with all three carriers, US Mobile has unlimited data, bro. I already used 175 gigs with T-Mobile on the on US Mobile, and I'm still getting 700 down, and I'm still getting 500 down.
Oh,
So that's what I'm saying. So US Mobile offers truly unlimited data on all three networks. So how EchoStar Dish that has more money then US Mobile, which me and you clearly know that. Why would they have a worse contract than a prepaid carrier like US Mobile that has less money than them? That just doesn't make any sense. That's what has me really pissed off, to be honest with you. So on my 14 Pro with US Mobile, whether I have it on AT&T, whether I have it on Verizon, whether I have it on T-Mobile, it works fine because it's unlimited. So I don't have these type of issues where it crashes out. It does all these things that it's doing with you guys. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you. So there's no way to fix the issue because the issue is the contract that you guys have with T-Mobile and AT&T, where you guys just turn off the data basically so Echo Star Dish doesn't have to pay overage charges to AT&T or T-Mobile. You get what I'm saying? So you just get the
okay.
guaranteed speed, and then they drop your speed, they kill your speed, so you don't use more than the speed, so they don't gotta dish out more money. But that's why I'm really upset because US Mobile, truly unlimited data, bro. Truly unlimited data. I mean, there's no limits. No limits to the data. You could use 1 terabyte. It doesn't matter. It's unlimited.
Wow.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's the biggest difference. And I used to get mad at you guys and curse at you, and I apologize because you guys don't know this. But yeah, the contract that EchoStar Dish has with T-Mobile and AT&T sucks. It's meant to cut off your data once you go over your data. So once you go over 50 gigs, you have no data. Once you go over 30 gigs, you have no data. Once you go over 40 gigs, you have no data. That's all fluff. You know that 512 kilobytes that it shows on the terms and conditions, that's a lie. It is a lie. It's just meant there to protect them from the FCC. But you know, Boost Mobile Dish is violating the FCC's net neutrality law, which means that if you have something in fine print, like you know, like if you say you're gonna give people this speed, then you have to give it to them. You get what I'm saying? That's just like if Verizon was promoting, like at my home internet, Verizon guarantees a gig down and a gig up, and that's exactly what they give me. You get what I'm saying? Because if not, they would get in trouble with the FCC. You know what I'm saying? So you guys are not following them guidelines. And I was trying to avoid for the FCC to turn this into an investigation against Boost Mobile. But the corporate department pushed my hand by not unlocking my phone. Because they watch my live streams. Trust me. Scott Diaz, he told me. Mr. Diaz told me. He called me. He was like, he called me on the phone and he was like, yeah, I watch your live streams. I seen what you were saying. And I showed
How
him.
many subscribers you got, sir?
54,350.
Wow.
Yes.
What's the channel?
Is Alex Raw Tech. Alex.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Alex Raw Tech.
Alex?
Raw Tech. So in the search bar,
Okay.
it'll make it easier. If you go on YouTube and you hit the search bar, you know how you search for different videos. You just put at capital A, capital
Mm-hmm.
R, capital T, 20, 20, and lowercase p and capital R, you'll find it right away. Or you could even leave it all lowercase. It doesn't really matter. You just put ART 20PR and it'll pull up the channel right away.
Okay.
It'll pull it up right away.
All right.
So
I'm
that's
definitely gonna look this up, sir. Go ahead.
you just see it. You're gonna laugh. You're definitely gonna laugh. So that's the issue here. So since corporate doesn't know how to handle the situation, then I have to do what I had to do. I had to bring it up to the higher authority, which is the FCC. So now the FCC is going to make an investigation against Boost on see why the speeds are not being met with the speeds that are on the fine print. You get what I'm saying? So if FCC finds out that you guys are violating the net neutrality law, then that might be a couple of $1 million in fines. They got $48 million out of T-Mobile. 48, 48 millions out of T-Mobile. So you tell me something, sir. You that work for Boost, would it been easier for them to just let me leave without paying the $577.79, or millions of dollars in fines are going to be more expensive? I think millions of dollars is. I'm telling you, those three people are going to be fired. I guarantee you that. Those three corporate people are going to be fired because when their bosses find out that the only reason I filed the FCC complaint against Boost Mobile is because they didn't want to unlock my phone, me having proof that the phone is not working correctly, they're going to be fired. Because I know I will be firing people. Yo, you just cost us $2 million in fines. So you're fired. You're fired. You're fired. Get the hell out of here. And I would be a rude manager. I'm like, he has right calling you guys dodo birds. Only a dodo bird would prefer a fine from the FCC to the company as a whole than damn five. What the hell is $577 to Boost Mobile to us, EchoStar? We wipe our asses with that type of money, and you want to sit here and do this? No, you're fired. You were fired. So, like I told them, they were gonna get fired. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you get a chance, look up the channel. You're gonna see the live stream from today, and you're gonna see the proof that I'm showing the 16 Pro that
Yeah,
says it has no internet connection.
I'm trying to look up the channel. I'm unable to put it up.
Is you got to put the at symbol. So at
Okay.
ART A,
A
yeah, A S
tower.
R T 20
Mm-hmm.
PR.
20 PR.
That's it, and it'll pull it up.
Okay.
ART, yeah, ART. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think I was telling you backwards because I hate being dyslexic. It's ART 20 PR. Yeah, I think I was saying it backwards. I think I told you ATR. No, it's ART. ART 20 PR. So at ART 20 PR.
Okay. All right.
And you'll see it. You'll pull
Give
up
me one
some.
second here.
So I don't really want to talk to Abby about outages and da 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 da. No. If she's gonna call me to tell me I'm unlocking your phone so you can leave and you don't gotta pay the remaining balance due to breach of contract for us not being able to give you the service that you were contractually obligated to sign in order to finance the phone, because you can't do that. You can't say, well, a phone is a separate finance from the service. No, the hell is not. Because without the phone, you won't have the service. What am I gonna put the eSIM on my brain or something? Put the digital SIM on my hand, you know what I'm saying, and talk to my hand. Hey guys, hey hand, call Julio. You know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't make any sense. You can't separate one from the other. You can't say Boost Mobile, when you finance a phone through Boost Mobile, it doesn't fall into the same contract with the service, because it is. Because without the phone, you won't have service. You know what I'm saying? So it just doesn't make any
Absolutely.
sense. Doesn't make any sense what they're trying to say. So that's the problem. Your corporate department thought I was somebody that didn't know the law, and that's why they're mad at me. They are really mad at me. I mean, even Gemini. It sounds funny when I ask Gemini, who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I ask Gemini, who's Alex Raw Tech, and Gemini says it, and it's just funny because Gemini is like, yeah, and he's making a lot of live streams talking about Boost. It is funny as heck, yo. It is real. It's hilarious. It's serious. It is really hilarious. Really, really hilarious.
It really is, sir. However, I just want to let you know, when it comes to switching the towers, if you'd like to give it one more shot here, we can actually give you a compensation for you not being able to use the data properly. And we're gonna see which tower that's gonna be actually better for you.
No, it was T-Mobile, but they kicked me off of T-Mobile. T-Mobile was working great. It was just that I got kicked off of T-Mobile. And like I said, it all listen, sir. The whole point here is that you guys can't provide unlimited data. And since you guys can't provide unlimited data, that doesn't, in my job as a YouTuber and testing out the networks, is never going to work for me, because 40 gigs is not enough, bro. Listen, my data just started all over with who? With Metro. Yep, with Metro. My data just started all over with Metro on the, when was it? The 15th? I think it was the 15th. Yep, the 15th. And I'm gonna tell you exactly how much data have I used in less than a week. In less than a week with Metro, right? My data started all over on the 15th. I have used 273 gigabytes. All right. And today's what? The what? The 25th. So okay, so
27, I believe.
no, today's the 25th. The 25th. So
25th. Okay.
yeah, the 25th. So I already used 273 gigs in 1 week. You see what I'm talking about? So I can't stay with you guys. It's never gonna work. It doesn't matter what network you put me. You guys don't have unlimited data, sir. So that's the issue here. The issue here is the unlimited data part. Since you guys can't offer unlimited data, my phone is gonna keep crapping out. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna keep stalling out. It's gonna make my live streams look blurry. It's gonna stop working. So that's the issue here. So that's why I wanted the phone completely unlocked so I could leave. You know what I'm saying? But your corporate
Absolutely, sir.
department, Your corporate department was like, no, because you still owe a balance on it. Well, you're not giving me the service that I'm paying for. It's a breach of contract. How are you gonna say it's not a breach of contract if you're not giving me the service that I'm paying for? So what am I paying Boost Mobile for? What am I paying a monthly subscription to Boost Mobile? Because it is, it's basically a subscription. I gotta pay it every month, right? It gotta come out of my pocket. So you know what I'm saying? So what am I paying all this for if I can't even do nothing with it? You know what I'm saying? Like it craps out, it doesn't work, it just becomes total chaos. But look, listen, I want you to listen to something real quick. Gemini, who is Alex Rawtech? Hello, Gemini. Gemini is the most amazing AI in the world.
WTECH, often stylized as Alex Raw Tech, is a tech-focused YouTube content creator primarily known for his commentary and reviews in the mobile industry. His channel, Raw Talk Mobile and Tech, focuses on practical consumer tech with a raw and unfiltered approach. Here is a breakdown of what he covers. Content focus. Carrier reviews. He provides extensive coverage of prepaid and MVNO mobile virtual network operator. Carriers like Boostmobile, Visible, and Cricket Wireless. Live streams. Much of his content is delivered via long-form live streams, often titled Raw Talk, where he discusses industry news, customer service issues, and network performance in real time. Consumer advocacy. He frequently highlights personal experiences with carrier fraud or billing issues, positioning himself as a voice for the average consumer trying to navigate the mobile market. Speed tests and comparisons. He often performs real-world 5G speed tests and compares network reliability between different providers. Channel presence. As of early 2026, he has built a dedicated community with over 54,000 subscribers. His style is characterized by a direct conversational tone, often addressing his audience through real talk sessions. He also uses the email act24pr@yahoo.com for inquiries and maintains a policy regarding the copyright of his materials, emphasizing that his content is for his channel's use only.
There you go. So even Gemini knows who I am, sir. I don't have to lie. You know what I'm saying? So the FCC complaints already there. It's all over my YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? I made a dedicated live stream while I was filling out the paperwork for the FCC, so Boost Mobile can know that I'm not joking. So like I said, all I want is my phone unlocked for me to leave, and that's it, done and over with. Because Abby left me a voicemail. I'm gonna let you hear the voicemail from Abby, but Abby left me a voicemail and she left me this number. She didn't want to give me her direct number, even though she said, "Oh, I'm available at Mountain Time," and she said you guys would be able to transfer me over to her, which is a lie. Because every time I told you guys, "Can you guys transfer me over to Echo Star?" you guys say no, no, we're not allowed to transfer you to the back office team, and you know that's true. So here we go. This is the message from Abby. Yep. Look, I'm gonna let you listen to the message from Abby.
Abby from Boost Mobile. Hello, this is Abby calling from Boost Mobile. I'm reaching out today regarding a recent issue you experienced with your texting and data. I'm sorry I missed you, but you can reach out at this number that I reached you on. If I'm unavailable, you may leave a message with your name, number, ticket number, and the best time to reach you. I'm available Monday, Wednesday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Mountain Time. I will also be sending an email with this information to the address on file, which you can reply to anytime. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
Well, she lied on that voicemail because the number she have left me is 188-341-81804. So when I call this number that she said I could reach her on, listen to what pops up.
Hi. Thanks for calling Boost Mobile.
Para español, marque el 5.
Calls are recorded to.
So that does that sound like Abby's voicemail that she said I can call her from 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time? No, no. And you know why Abby did that? Because she's scared I might put her on a live stream. And that's the truth. They fear me. But this is like you heard Gemini say. I've been talking about Boost Mobile fraud because you guys, the manager did fraud on my account, bro. That's all on YouTube. Imagine even Gemini knows about the manager from the United States, from you guys from the loyalty department that did fraud on my account. He opened up 6 fraudulent accounts. He canceled my line because I was arguing with him on Friday, April 17th at roughly 9 o'clock in the morning. Well, no, yeah, 9 o'clock in the morning. I was arguing with him at 9:09. The call drops. My phone says no service. I get an email. Your Boost service has been canceled for phone number 2176 and can no longer be resumed. I call you guys. I tell the back office team. It took them from the 17th all the way till Wednesday to finally get my no, really Thursday was when my phone started working when I downloaded the new eSIM. So it was Thursday. So I was basically without a phone for almost a whole 6 days. 6 days. 6 days. So Abby and Stephanie and what's his name? Scott. I forgot his name. Yeah, Scott Diaz are brushing that under the rug. But the FCC doesn't like that type of behavior. That somebody does fraud on somebody's account and then they just try to brush it under the rug. That's not how it works. That's why I changed his name from Scott Diaz to Scott D's Nuts. You know what I'm saying? Mr. D's Nuts. So Mr. D's Nuts did not know how to do his job because that was the whole pertaining of the phone call that I was having with them. Because when your supervisor sent them the ticket, right, that made the ticket for me, that he was really nice, he specifically said Mr. Febres wants his phone unlocked because a person from our team, a manager, and wrote the name, I think his name was John, did fraud on his account and multiple accounts were opened up that our verification fraud department had to close. And they were closed because when I talked to Scott these nuts, he even said it. See, yeah, there was 6 accounts open under your name. And I was like, hello, he did that. And he just stayed quiet. And then he tried to cover it up. No, these were bro. I never had 6 different prepaid accounts. Don't fucking lie. And you're not gonna have records of me of when I had Boost Mobile back in 1998 and 2000 still in your system, you idiot. Because you guys just recently bought Boost Mobile when the T-Mobile and Sprint merger. So don't even act like Echo Star's been owning Boost forever. No, the hell. So all those records from when I was freaking 20 and 19 and 18, all that is gone. It's no longer in your system. And when I told him that I was in a live stream, that's when Mr. D's nuts changed his whole demeanor, his whole attitude. And he stayed quiet once he was laughing. When I told him, well, it's not funny that I got fraud done on my account. And he thought it was funny. Just like the FCC's not gonna think it's funny. So there's nothing you can do, bro. I already tried. I tried AT&T, the phone craps out. I tried Dish, the phone craps out. I tried T-Mobile, the phone craps out. So there's no fixing it. You know what I'm saying? And I already got the video. You can see it. The video from this morning. You can look up my channel and look up for the video that says visible 5G UW versus Boost Mobile 5G that craps out. And you're gonna see it. You're gonna see the video. You're gonna be like, "Wow, he's right. The internet is dying on the phone while he's making a video in 4K." Yep, it's completely crapping out. Like right now, I'm doing a live stream, and people can see that the phone is crapped out on the video, that it has no data connection. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. If you get a chance, I guess, and whatever, I'm pretty sure Abby's watching these live streams. Because ever since I started saying my YouTube channel, your higher ups been focusing on my channel. So since I got uh Boost corporate paying attention to my every move, well anyway, I could show them the FCC complaint on the live stream because I did drop my brightness down too, so you can see it really good. The FCC complaint. And to the higher ups for Echo Star, I have no inquiries with you, no issues with you guys. But I think you guys need to get better corporate customer care. Seriously. So as you guys can see here, it says FCC, and here goes my ticket number for FCC complaint against Boost Mobile. This is the FCC complaint against Boost Mobile that you are seeing here on the live stream. So, like I said before, that all could have been avoided if your jackass department of the people that you guys got working my ticket would have known how to do their damn job. Because sure as hell, if somebody has a whole bunch of proof and I'm working for a corporate department, I'm gonna talk to my boss. I'm like, bro, I think it's in our best interest to let this guy go. Let's credit that $577.79 and let him leave. I think the FCC is gonna be a bigger of a headache than the 577.79. But since you guys thought I was gonna quit, never. It's like I said on my last live stream. If I didn't quit when I had COVID 4 times, I had COVID in 2020, 2021, and then 2 times in 2024. In January 2024 and December 2024, I had COVID twice that year. And if I didn't die when most people died after having COVID once, and I had a fever of 170 that I was in a hospital and they were putting cold towels in my head to bring down my fever like it was back in the day because Tylenol wasn't working, Motrin wasn't working to bring down my fever. If I didn't let COVID beat me 4 times, I am sure as hell not letting a piece of shit company like Boost Mobile beat me either. So we're on this for the long haul, Boost Mobile. So if you guys don't unlock my phone number, my okay, you guys don't unlock my phone, the next people that I'm going to be reaching out with all this information is the Better Business Bureau. And then after the Better Business Bureau, I will be contacting the Department of Consumer Affairs in New Jersey and send them all this proof too. So it's going to trickle down from the FCC to the Better Business Bureau. So you guys are going to have a lot of heads looking at you guys. And they might actually pull out a fraud investigation against Boost Mobile. So just giving you guys the heads up, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, Boost Mobile, I know you guys are watching. So do the right thing, unlock my damn phone. I'm not paying no 577 to unlock it. You unlock it, you let me go, and this nightmare is over. You guys want to play games? Well, then we can keep playing games because I'll keep showing you guys the screenshots of when I file with the Better Business Bureau, and then I'll show you guys the screenshot when I file with the Department of Consumer Affairs. So that way you know I'm not fucking around. And I'm talking on my live stream, sir. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking on my live stream. Well, like I said, thank you for letting me know. Like I said, if your supervisor listens to this call, you could tell him to email or however the hell you get in contact with Abby, since I can't get in contact with her. And you specifically tell her that if she's not going to call me to unlock my phone, me and her don't have nothing to talk about. That when she loses her job, when there's a formal investigation, because I already filed with FCC and all three of them lose their jobs, they better not be mad at me. That's specifically what you could tell them because after the FCC, I'm going to take it to the Better Business Bureau. From the Better Business Bureau, I'm going to take it to the Department of Consumer Affairs in New Jersey. So you guys are going to be in a heap of shit for messing with me. Because, like I said, you could take a look at my channel whenever you want to. You heard Gemini saying that I got proof on YouTube about fraud, and the fraud is from Boost Mobile.
However, Alex, in the ticket that you just submitted, I just want to let you know that there is actually a direct number that there is included that's actually related to Scott Diaz.
No, I know. I know there's a ticket number for Scott D's nuts. But me and Scott D's nuts don't have nothing to talk about.
Phone number.
No, I know. I got his number. But all he does is pick up and hang up in my face. He's mad because I put him on a live stream. You need to understand that. He's embarrassed. He is embarrassed. The first thing he said is, I don't give you permission. I don't have to ask for permission. I live in the state of New Jersey. The state of New Jersey is a one-party consent state. So what does that mean? That I legally do not have to tell the person that I'm recording them if we're talking about me. Now, if it doesn't concern me, then that's illegal. But since this concerns me, because this is my Boost account, then I can record. I can record all I want. So that's why Scott Diaz does not want to talk to me. It's like I told you, bro. Listen, real quick. I'm gonna let you speak because I don't like being rude.
I'm listening.
Scott Diaz did not want to do his job. Stephanie did not want to do her job, and now Abby is not doing their job. So I don't want to talk to none of them. Like I said, if they're not calling me to tell me your phone has been unlocked because they could do a manual unlock. Oh, thank you, Austin. I mean, Tim, for renewing your channel membership. Appreciate that, bro. If you guys are not calling me, to tell me your phone has been unlocked, I don't need to speak to them. That's the only thing that's going to resolve this issue. It's my phone being unlocked, and I get to take it to another carrier. That's it. That's the only thing that's going to fix this. You guys already tried fixing it since 2024. It's about to be 2 years in September of this year that I've been dealing with this nonsense. So I've been dealing with this nonsense long enough. That's why I decided to document it. That's why I decided to go to YouTube and talk about it, because everybody knows I've been dealing with this for a long time. And I would just talk about it, but not show nobody proof. But now I'm showing everybody proof, which is a whole different story. And you need to understand that I uploaded these files, these videos in 4K to and sent them to the FCC. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't hurry up and unlock my phone, the next files that I'm going to be uploading is the files of when I talked to Mr. Scott These Nuts, and also the file of the live stream when I talked to Stephanie. And the FCC is going to be really interested in finding out why did they lie on a recorded line and on a live stream, saying that they don't have higher ups, they don't have managers or supervisors they have to answer to, because that's all on the live stream. So you could tell them I'm not playing. They already know I'm not playing. So unlock my phone, let me go, and that's it. And what you was gonna say, sir? Because I said I was gonna let you talk.
All right, Alex. So in order for you to get that device unlocked, as much as I already to say it, the device has to be paid off.
But I'm not paying it off because I already told you failure of service. By you guys violated the terms and conditions of the contract. If you can't give me the service that I'm paying for, then I don't need to keep paying for a phone that doesn't work like it needs to work, right? That's like you financing a car, right? And the car doesn't work correctly. Are you going to want to keep paying for that car if it keeps breaking down? First is the motor mount, then is the muffler, then is one of the pistons, then is your timing belt. Would you want to keep paying for a car that whatever they do to fix it still ends up messed up? No, right? No, because at that point, that contract is void. And that's what happened here. This contract is void because you guys can't, you guys lied under your terms and conditions and said that my speeds would be dropped to 512 kilobytes, when in reality, my speeds got dropped all the way down to 53 kilobytes. I mean, you could look at you could look at the video right now. What happened?
You e-signed for bad contract.
Correct. I signed for the contract to get service, not for a contract not to get service. That's the biggest difference here. That is the biggest difference here. Biggest difference here, bro. Biggest difference here. So just to make you look, just to make Boost look dumb, watch. I'm gonna call T-Mobile Business right now because I got a business account, and we're gonna ask T-Mobile Business customer care that if I was having these problems that I'm having with you guys, would they obligate me to stay with them or would they let me leave? So we're gonna call T-Mobile Business customer care. This is business. It's not even postpaid.
Are you calling about?
Yes, yes.
My records show you may have questions about an order that may not have been received within the expected delivery time frame. Is that the reason for your call today?
Yes.
Sure. What's your order number?
No, representative. Trying to talk to no IBR. At least this one's better than Boost's
Okay,
out there.
right over to someone
See,
who can
look.
help.
You guys seen how
Enter
T-Mobile's?
your 6 to 15 digit account PIN. Or say, I don't have it.
You guys see how fast the IBR from T-Mobile works?
Okay, got it.
Look at this.
We care about your experience, so we may record this call.
Fabulous night. I'm your officially today's T-Mobile's VIP. This is Tina, and what amazing thing I can help you with tonight?
Yes, Tina, I have a question, right? I'm a T-Mobile business customer. This is my business account, right? And if you guys weren't providing the service that I'm paying for, would you guys would T-Mobile obligate a customer to stay with their service if they're not getting what they're paying for? Like if I'm not getting internet and my calls drop and my phone says no service, and my phone says no internet connection, and just it's a bad area. Like there's no way to get good connection. Would you guys obligate somebody to stay with you guys, or would you let that customer lead to the competitor?
Of course, we're trying to do our best as well to resolve the issue if we're gonna talk about the network, especially that we know that's really main important as well for our customers here in T-Mobile. Especially we're talking about your business line by any chance. But would you mind me asking, do you have any ongoing issue right now that we need to
No, no,
fix
no,
for
no.
this?
It's that I'm letting Boost know because Boost is listening to you, right? The problem with Boost is that they got a sorry contract with T-Mobile, right? So when they put me on the Boost SIM card for T-Mobile, on the T-Mobile network, I get over a gig. So all they give me is 40 gigs, right? And then after I go over the 40 gigs, they say I'm supposed to get 512 kilobytes, but I don't get 512 kilobytes. I only get 53. So with 53 kilobytes, I can't send an iMessage or RCS message. I can't receive pictures. I can't load up my email. I can't open up the website. I can't do nothing with that speed, right? And since I'm financing a phone with them, I'm financing the iPhone 36, the 16 Pro. They're saying it's not a breach of contract, that I got to finish paying my phone so I can leave. And no, it is a breach of contract, right? Because if they're not fulfilling their end of the bargain and I'm not getting service on my phone, how am I supposed to keep paying on a phone that I'm not getting service on? Correct, right?
Okay, which is you're actually correct on that. You have a point on that one, sir. For Boost Mobile, as you mentioned, you have an existing line with Boost Mobile.
Yes, and they're not trying to let me go, so I had to do an FCC complaint against them, and I've been embarrassing them on YouTube live streams, their corporate department, because they're dodo
Sorry to
birds.
hear
They don't know
that.
how to do their job. Yeah, they don't know how to do. That's why I love T-Mobile. That's why I stay with you guys. You know what I'm saying? I love T-Mobile. On my business account, I got truly unlimited data on my 17 Pro, and I don't got to worry about it because I get service everywhere, and I got unlimited data, regardless whether I'm here or I'm in Puerto Rico. I got unlimited data. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
Sorry to hear you're still sir, with the experience with Boost Mobile. But what help do you need right now? How we can help you by any chance?
no, it was just that I wanted him to hear from another rep, how is a violation of, is a breach of contract. That's all I wanted. So thank you so much for your help today. Appreciate it. This is why I love T-Mobile, and this is why I stay with T-Mobile. Thank you so much for your
Thank
help
you
time
so
today.
much as well for that one, sir. And not a problem. If there will be like any help needed, something that we can offer to you in replace to the service of the Boost Mobile, just in case, something you can feel free to communicate with us. We'll be more than happy to work with you. Okay?
No
Thank you
problem.
so much again. You always have a good one, sir, and enjoy the rest of the night. We did not fix anything on the account. Just give us a call if there is
No
any help
problem.
needed.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
thank you so much, sir. God bless you. Bye for now. Thank you. Good
Bye
night.
bye. Good night. There you go. So you see, you even heard it from T-Mobile Business that is a breach of contract if you can't provide the service. So how am I supposed to be obligated to keep paying for a phone that doesn't work? You're not making any sense, bro. You're not making any sense, and it's not going to make any sense to the FCC. You guys think you can hide behind your fake ass policies? Nope. Your policies are broken when you break them. When you can't fulfill your end of the bargain, it is a breach of contract. Okay? It is a breach of contract. Okay? It is a breach of contract. So that's why I got in contact with the FCC. So you're not the one who's going to have to deal with the FCC. Is hopefully somebody that's not a dodo bird that's going to call me and be like, Mr. Febres, your iPhone 16 Pro has been unlocked. Thank you so much. I am so sorry for everything. I apologize for
No
everything,
worries.
and I hope you have a great day. Bye. Thank you. Bye. There you go.
You too, Alex.
No, not talking to you. I'm saying that that's what the next corporate rep is going to say to me, that my phone has been unlocked and that I should have never had to file the FCC complaint and that I'm free to go. That's what the next rep is going to say after the
Appreciate it,
FCC
Alex.
comes after the FCC comes down on you guys, because like I said, it is a breach of contract. You heard even T-Mobile Business saying it, and that's my T-Mobile Business account. So if you want me to further embarrass you, I mean, I can call Metro, and Metro can tell you it's a breach of contract. If you're not getting the service, I can call Cricket, because Cricket lets you finance phones too now, like you guys do. And I could even I could tell Visible Customer Care to call me, or I could even call US Mobile that gives me truly unlimited data, and they could tell you that's a breach of contract if the service is not working. You know what I'm saying? But none of these companies, not Visible, not US Mobile, not Metro, not T-Mobile Business, not Verizon Business. They all give you truly unlimited data. So I got unlimited data on all five of my, well, all four of my phones, except you guys. You guys are the only ones that lie and say we're going to give you the speed, and then the speed goes away. So I don't care what your little lines that you're supposed to be reading. Just like I told Scott these nuts. I don't care what you're reading, saying, "Well, no, you gotta." No, I don't gotta finish paying off nothing. I don't have to pay. I don't need to pay finish paying off nothing if the phone's not working correctly. I'm paying for a working phone, right? For service that's guaranteed, not for service that's not guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? What you guys are doing to me is a liability. It's hurting my business because I am a YouTuber. That's the biggest thing here, is that I'm a YouTuber. That's the biggest problem here, is that I'm a YouTuber. So can I upload anything with that amount of speed? No. No, even Gemini knows that. I mean, let's ask Gemini. Let's ask Gemini what the hell can you really do with 53 kilobytes? Let's just ask Gemini. Where's Gemini? Right here. Gemini, can you do anything with 53 kilobytes down that Boost Mobile is giving me when in their own policy it says that they're supposed to give me 512 kilobytes? Can you really do anything with 53 kilobytes? Love Gemini.
We can add you more data.
That's not, you guys already did that.
It sounds
That's not,
like you're
that's
caught
not
in a
enough.
massive gap between what's promised and what's being delivered. To be blunt, no, you really can't do much of anything with 53 kilobits per second, kbps. That is essentially dial-up speed from the 1990s. Here is the breakdown of why that number is so problematic and what is likely happening. The 512 kilobits per second versus 53 kilobits per second reality. Boost Mobile's policy for unlimited plans generally states that after you hit your high-speed cap, 30 gigabytes or 50 gigabytes depending on your plan, your speed may be reduced to 512 kilobits per second. 512 kilobits per second is functional for basics. You can send iMessages / WhatsApp, text only, stream low-quality Spotify, or wait 10 to 20 seconds for a basic web page to load. 53 kilobits per second is broken. Most modern apps will simply time out before they load. Even a basic Google search might fail because the security handshake, SSL, takes too long at those speeds. Why are you getting 53 kilobits per second? There are two likely technical reasons for this.
And I also already filed a FCC complaint against Boost Mobile because of the breach of contract. I am financing my iPhone 36 Pro, and they're not providing the service that I'm is required for me to keep paying on the phone, which is 512 kilobytes.
Well, if you'd like the portal,
Filing that FCC complaint is the right move, especially since your
Listen,
situation
listen.
combines a service failure with a financial obligation. When you're financing a high-end device like the iPhone
Listen.
16 Pro, the carrier has a responsibility to provide the network utility that makes that device functional according to their own terms of service. Since you've already taken the federal route, here are a few ways to leverage that complaint and some local options for someone in New Jersey. 1. Leverage the abusive contract angle. In the eyes of consumer protection, this is a performance-based breach. If the contract requires you to pay for the phone and a service plan, but the service plan is unusable, 53 kilobits per second is non-functional, they are failing to meet their end of the bargain. The 512 kilobits per second baseline, since their transparency documents explicitly mention reduced to speeds closer to 512 kilobits per second, your 53 kilobits per second reading is roughly 10% of the promised safety speed. Documentation. Keep screenshots of those speed tests alongside the timestamp. In your FCC complaint, emphasize that the speed is so low it triggers timeouts, making the finance device a brick for data purposes. 2. The NJ Division of Consumer Affairs. Since you're in New Jersey, you have a second layer of protection. The NJ Division of Consumer Affairs, NJDCA, is known for being aggressive with telecommunications and bait-and-switch service tactics. You can file a formal complaint online via the NJ Consumer Affairs portal. Mention specifically that the service delivered is not meeting the advertised throttle threshold, which is effectively preventing you from using a device you are legally bound to pay for. 3. Notice of dispute. Before the FCC complaint gets a formal response, which can take 30 days, you can send a notice of dispute to Boost's legal department. Most carrier contracts have a clause that requires informal resolution before arbitration. Tell them that because the service is non-functional, failing to meet the 512 kilobits per second threshold, you want the remaining balance of the phone to be waived, or for them to unlock the device so you can take your financing elsewhere. Sometimes, just mentioning the FCC case number to a higher tier support supervisor can magically get your line reprovisioned, or a credit applied to your financing balance. 4. Technical nuclear option. If you are on the Dish native core, ICC ID starting with 89,105, you are likely being hit by a provisioning error between Dish's towers and the roaming partners. Demand a technical escalation specifically to check the QoS, quality of service profile.
I already have done all that. And every time it craps out. When I was on the Dish network, it crapped out. When I was on the T-Mobile network, it crapped out. When I was on the AT&T network, it crapped out.
If it has failed across all three network cores, Dish 89,105, T-Mobile, and AT&T, this isn't a tower problem. It's a billing profile account provisioning error at the corporate level. Since you've experienced this failure consistently regardless of the underlying network, the brain of your account, Boost's internal billing system, is incorrectly tagging your line. Even when you switch SIMs or networks, that tag follows you and caps your speed at 64 kilobits per second. The 53 kilobits per second you're seeing is that 64 kilobits per second minus network overhead, instead of the 512 kilobits per second safety speed promised in your contract. The reality of 53 kilobits per second. To answer your original question, no, you can't do anything with 53 kilobits per second. In 2026, most websites are over 2 megabytes in size. At 53 kilobits per second, a single page would take nearly 5 minutes to load, assuming it doesn't time out first. It is effectively soft disconnection. It keeps your phone active for simple pings but dead for utility. Why the FCC complaint is your only real lever. Since you've already filed it, here is how you should handle the follow-up when Boost's executive team contacts you, which they are legally required to do within 30 days. 1. Demand a manual line reprovision. Don't let them just reset the network. Tell them the line needs to be fully deleted and rebuilt in their back-end system to clear any stuck speed caps. 2. Highlight the financing trap. Because you still owe $577.79 on that iPhone 16 Pro, you are in a tide-selling trap. You are forced to pay for a service that is functionally non-existent. Use the phrase non-functional service, resulting in a breach of the financing agreement. 3. Ask for a conditional unlock. If they can't fix the speed, demand they unlock the iPhone early so you can port to a carrier that actually delivers. Given the persistent failure across all three networks, you have a strong case that the issue is their internal software, not the local towers. Technical, last stand check. If you haven't already, check your data roaming settings. Sometimes when Boost switches you between Dish Mobile AT&T, the phone treats the new network as roaming. If your roaming data is capped or off, it will throttle you to exactly these 2G style speeds. Wait for the FCC response. Once a case number is assigned, the frontline reps can't help you anymore. You'll be dealt with by the executive escalations team, who actually...
Remember, I already talked to two of them, two dodo birds, Stephanie and Mr. Scott D's nuts that were no help.
It sounds like you hit the executive response wall with people who were either reading from a script or simply didn't have the technical depth to understand why 53 kilobits per second is a breach of their own 512 kilobits per second policy. Dealing with Stephanie and Mr. Scott clearly felt like talking to a brick wall, or as you put it, dodo birds. Since the standard escalation path failed you and these specific reps weren't willing to acknowledge the math, that 53 kilobits per second is roughly 10% of what you're owed. Here is how you move the needle. 1. The case manager rebuttal. When you get an FCC response that is unsatisfactory, meaning they basically said, we're giving you data, so we've met the requirement, you have the right to rebut it. The argument, the provider's response ignores the technical threshold of 512 kilobits per second defined in their own terms of service.
Oh, trust me, I left that fine as day for the FCC. And I sent them proof, Gemini. I sent them screenshots of 53 kilobytes. I sent them videos from YouTube getting 53 kilobytes and not being able to load up no pages at all, and not being able to send text messages or receive text messages because it said your data has been blocked because of the 53 kilobytes.
With those screenshots and video evidence, you basically cornered them. Sending proof of data blocked messages when you're supposedly on a 512 kilobits per second throttle is the smoking gun. It proves that Boost isn't just slowing you down, they are functionally cutting you off. Since you've dealt with the dodo birds and they still haven't budged, here is exactly how you handle the next phase of this fight. 1. The notice of rebuttal. When the FCC serves your complaint, Boost has 30 days to respond. If Stephanie or Scott sends a response saying the issue is resolved or service is being provided, do not let it go. Action. You have the right to file a rebuttal with the FCC. The argument, state clearly, asterisk, the provider's response.
No, I already told them that I talked to Stephanie and Scott and there were no help. All they wanted to do was further aggravate me and patronize me. And I sent that also to the FCC.
Since you've already documented that Stephanie and Scott were patronizing and unhelpful in your FCC filing, you have successfully set the stage for a rebuttal. In the regulatory world, proving that the company's executive response was dismissive is often more powerful than the original complaint itself. Since you've sent the screenshots and the videos showing the data blocked message, you have them dead to rights on a breach of contract. Here is how to handle the next steps when the FCC.
There you go, Dodo Bird, because now you're a Dodo Bird too. Even a machine called Gemini knows it's a breach of contract. When I can't even send messages on my phone. So you see that, Dodo Bird? That is a breach of contract. So I don't care what your policy states. I don't give a shit what you read. It is a breach of contract. So I don't have to keep paying for a phone that does not work properly on the service that is locked to. Jesus Christ, bro. You need to start watching more YouTube videos so you can learn. Because I understand you work for a cell phone company, but good Lord, you're supposed to know common sense, which right now you're not proving that you have common sense. Because if you did have common sense, you would say, well, yeah, if you have that proof and you sent it to the FCC that you can't even send messages after you go over your 40 gigs, then it is a breach of contract. Because I can't do nothing. All I was able to do was talk and text on the phone. Well, not even talk and text, my bad. All I could do is talk on the phone like if it was a landline. That's all. Because the messages said these messages are blocked. Every time I go over 53 kilobytes, I can't send messages. That is a breach of contract. I don't care what you read. I know the law. And the law goes above any damn cell phone company policy, okay? And I'm talking about every cell phone company, not just Boost. The law goes above the United States law with the FCC, which is a government federal building. Okay, goes above your piece of shit policy. Okay, because they're the ones who set the rules, which that's common sense. But I guess nobody that I've talked to from Boostmobile has common sense. So, like I said, you heard Gemini. I already did it. I already complained about Scott, Mr. Scott D's nuts, and Stephanie. So they're not the ones going to be talking to me, and I don't think it's going to be Abby either. It's going to be higher than them. So when that person calls me and tells me what is that you want to resolve this issue, my phone unlocked, and I'm not paying for it for breach of contract. Well, yeah, you're right. It is a breach of contract. We already seen all the videos. We heard the proof that you sent to the FCC, so that's what I'm here for, to unlock your phone. Yes, your phone has been unlocked. Give it an hour, turn it off, turn it back on. What else do you need? You need your account number and port out pin? Yes, please. And here you go. You got 24 hours to use this code. And here goes your account number. And I'm sorry for all this inconvenience. Bye. That's it, bro. That's it. Because you guys are acting stupid. AT&T didn't even act stupid like this. Soon as I told them the service is not working at my house, and I sent them screenshots with the proof that my iPhone 11 Pro kept saying, because at the time I had the 13 Pro, right? Yeah, the 13 Pro. My 13 Pro said no service, and it kept saying no service, and it kept on fading out and everything and going crazy and call failed, call failed, call failed. All I had to do was send those screenshots to the corporate headquarters, and they called me right away. Your phone has been unlocked. Here goes your account number, and here you don't even got to do an FCC complaint. I was like, whoever said that I was going to do an FCC complaint? Well, I thought you was, but you don't even have to do it now. No, of course not, because I wasn't going to, I was hoping that you guys can help me before it got to that matter. But with you guys, you guys act like you are, you're harder than AT&T and you're a bigger company than AT&T when the hell the fuck you're not. So even AT&T scared of the FCC. Even AT&T, their corporate headquarters, right away, the phone has been unlocked. Take it wherever you want to go. I'm sorry this happened. It's been a complete nightmare, and that's it. That's it. You got a 512. Yeah, I had a 512 gig iPhone 13 Pro. You still owe how much did I owe on that phone? $900, but we're gonna sponge this. Don't worry. I'm gonna add this $1,000 credit on your account. Okay, so you're not gonna have no last bill. And if you don't believe me, I could transfer you over back to our customer loyalty department. He got me back over to customer loyalty. Yeah, Mr. Fabres, you're gonna receive one last bill that shows a credit of $1,000. So your last payment and your phone finance are in that last bill, and it's confirmed that our corporate office of the president, customer solutions department, accredited this account. So no worries. You're free to go. Your phone is not going to be blacklisted for non-payment. We're not going to send you to collections because everything is credited. And that's it. And that's what AT&T did for me back in 2023. No, 2023? Yeah, 2023. So I don't understand how your department acts like they're bigger than AT&T. We don't care if AT&T did that. Well, guess what? Now you have an FCC complaint. So, what AT&T did not want to go through, now you guys are going to have to go through. And I already rebutted on there, like Gemini said, because I said that your dodo birds were not compliant.
No, I'm not. I don't appreciate you calling me a little bird, by the way.
Well, because that's the way you're acting. I told you not to read a script when you're violating your own terms and conditions and it's a breach of contract. You're saying, "Oh, you're lucky I'm not cursing at you, bro." The other reps got cursed out. I'm being nice to you. I even had Gemini cursing them out in their own language. I had Gemini cursing the one dude out in Philippines. I had Gemini cursing out the other girl in native she was from India in her language. Because since I didn't want to curse in English, I had Gemini cursing at her. So you're lucky I haven't done none of that to you. Calling you a dodo bird is the last thing I could do because you're reading a script. I already told you that. I said you guys are in breach of contract. And what the hell did you just read? Listen. I already told you why Stephanie and Scott Diaz are dodo birds because they said the same thing you're saying right now. Oh, well, you still a balance on the phone that needs to be paid off before it could get unlocked. No, if it's a breach of contract, I don't need to pay off nothing because it is a breach of contract. So you are a dodo bird. The policy doesn't go above the FCC. The policy doesn't go above a breach of contract. Dodo bird, your policy is not bigger than a breach of contract, dodo bird. So that's why you're a dodo bird too, because you don't know nothing about a breach of contract. Do you know what a breach of contract means? Do you know what a breach of contract means? Do you know what that means? A breach of contract. It means for you, dodo bird, because you don't know what it means. Okay, you don't know what it means. It means when you can't fulfill the agreed upon contract, contract terms of conditions. The agreed upon contract terms and conditions, you buy this phone, we provide the service for this phone. What is the service for this phone? Data, text, calls. Can you provide all three? No, you can only provide one out of three. So that's bad. No, you can't do that. All you can keep adding more data, more data. No, that doesn't work for me. That does not work for me. That's why I told you to look at my channel. I use 2 terabytes with visible. 2 terabytes. Do you know what 2 terabytes is, Dodo Bird? No, I don't think you know terabytes. It's 2,000 gigs. Okay, so you could understand better. It's 2,000 gigs. It's 2,000 gigs. It's 2,000 gigs. 2 terabytes is 2,000 gigs. Because you're acting like one. So I had to call you what you are. You're acting like one. You're failing to acknowledge that you guys did me wrong and you keep doing me wrong and you keep doing me wrong and you don't want to acknowledge anything. You just want to brush it off. So, like I said, she said that. She said I could reach out to her. I don't have a number. I don't have a number to contact Abby. And I don't want nobody from your corporate department calling me if it's not about unlocking my phone and that I don't have to pay for it. Okay? Because you guys been violating this contract. You guys have been in breach of contract since 2024. For a whole 2 years, you guys been in breach of contract. And have I called you guys? No. This is the first time I talked to you guys since 19 and almost 19 months that I have talked to you guys for the first time. I never talked to your loyalty department. Okay, so don't act like a dodo bird and you don't see all the notations from regular customer care and tier 2, and tier 3 notations on my account saying that I'm complaining because the text messages are not working, that I'm complaining because my calls are failing. then I'm complaining because my calls are dropping. So don't even act like a dodo bird and you don't see all them notations from 2024 through 2026 because you would be lying on the recorded line and lying on a live stream. So I would love for you to watch this live stream. I would love for you to watch this live stream because, like I told you from the beginning, I am live streaming. Okay, I told you that from the beginning. You have a port to add. Yeah, but bro, these listen. It's like I told you guys already. You speak with your pockets. The more people that cancel their Boost mobile service is the way that it's going to work. The store owners, two store owners already told me that if Boost doesn't fix this situation and I keep making live streams about Boost, they're not going to renew their contracts with Boost. They're going to terminate their contracts. One is due in June 15th. And he said he's not going to return, he's not going to you know, renew his contract as a seller, as a dealer for Boost Mobile, no more. That he's going to turn his store into metros, all six of them into metros or into cricket stores. I said either one is good. You know, you could do metro or cricket, and that'll replace. You know, at least you'll be offering in your six stores truly unlimited data to your customers, not like Boost fake unlimited like you see on my videos. And he was like, "No, bro, I'm serious. If they don't fix this shit, I'm done. I don't got time for this. I'm done." So, you know, even dealers, store owners that own 5 and 6 stores are willing to leave Boost because of this horror deal. So I'm telling you, I'm hitting Boost where it hurts, guys. I'm not joking with you guys. I'm hitting Boost where it hurts in their pockets. In their pockets. When they start finding out, oh, why 6 stores in Pennsylvania got closed down? Was it Mr. Yeah, definitely was Mr. Febres. When they find out another 6 stores in northern New Jersey get closed down, they're gonna be like, oh, wonder why that happened. Oh, because of Mr. Febres. So this $577.79 has cost us more money than it should have. And that's why a lot of people are going to get fired, guys. That's why I say, and I'm going to get the satisfaction of hearing that on the phone call. Stephanie was fired. Scott was fired. Uh, also, Abby was fired. The guy that did fraud on your account was fired. Like when T-Mobile corporate called me, all the people that disrespected me got fired from T-Mobile. They all got fired. All of them got fired. T-Mobile called me and told me yes, every single one of them were fired. Every single one of them. And that's what's going to happen in this situation, guys. A lot of people are going to be on the unemployment list, and I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be truly happy. I'm not going to be a Boost Mobile customer no more, but them people are not going to be there to patronize any other customer. And that's why you guys need to do this. You guys need, and guys, smash that like button. You got to remember, I'm doing this for all of us, not just me. This is so all you guys can know your rights. You see how he's reading a script, just like Gemini said. Yeah, they're reading scripts because that's what they're reading. He's reading a script about a policy. A policy is voided when the terms and conditions are not met. Once again, guys, I'm gonna repeat this. A policy is voided when the terms and conditions are not met. What are the terms and conditions in my situation that are not being met? Internet and text messaging. So if 2 out of 3 are not working, it is a void contract. That means that I'm no longer have to pay for the phone and they have to unlock it. It is a void contract because my contractual obligation that I signed up for in September 19th of 2024 said that I was going to get unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. And I'm only getting unlimited talk, not unlimited text, and not unlimited data. So that is a breach of contract. That is a breach of contract. And that's also called, what did Gemini call it? A bait and switch. Bait and switch. Telling you that something is unlimited when it's not. Look at the screenshot. Look at the video that I got up right now, guys. Look at this. Look at my data on my iPhone 16 Pro. It says the server cannot connect to the internet. Please check your internet connection and try again. There you go. There you go. So this internet is so damn slow, it can't even connect to the Apple servers right, to the speed test servers right, to the Netflix fast.com servers right. I mean, it's just trash, guys. Boost Mobile is trash. You guys don't have to deal with this nonsense anymore. Like I already told you guys, US Mobile, unlimited data on 3 networks. Metro, unlimited data on the T-Mobile network. Cricket, unlimited data on the AT&T network. Visible, unlimited data on the Verizon network. Total, unlimited data on the Verizon network. Who else? Simple, no, not Simple Mobile. Straight Talk, unlimited data on the Verizon network. So you guys have so many other options that give you truly unlimited. And if you want to go even cheaper, forget bump Boost Mobile's piece of shit. $25 forever plan. It's $30 without auto pay anyway. Go get Red Pocket. Red Pocket gives you 10 gigs of hotspot. And of course, you got to pay taxes and fees, but it's the same thing with Boost anyway. You pay around $1.50 with taxes and fees. So your bill be $31.50 with Red Pocket. And you guys get truly unlimited data. You get 50 gigs of hotspot. After 50 gigs of hotspot, look at my videos from last year from Red Pocket speed testing. After using the 50 gigs of premium data, your speeds go down to 150 megabytes. Not kilobytes, megabytes. I got 150 megabytes down, guaranteed from Red Pocket, a company that's smaller than Boost. So you tell me that. How the hell can Boost not come out with an agreement like that? At least, look, okay, well, AT&T and T-Mobile, how about we do this? We do network slicing. You guarantee me 150 or at least 100 megs down, and we could call it unlimited. And they would be able to call it unlimited because you were guaranteed 100, kind of like home internet, guys. But all these smaller companies, look, OnePay does network slicing with AT&T. AT&T guarantees OnePay from 500 to 80 megs, okay, down. And the upload from 50 to 100. That's guaranteed. That's network slicing. That's what I've been talking about in 2026 with you guys. But did Boost does that? No, Boost doesn't care about network slicing. They don't care about none of us. And I say none of us in general, none of us. They don't care if none of our phones work. As long as they're getting the money, that's all they care about, guys. Boost has shown to us that they are a greedy company, that they only care about themselves. And of course, this poor guy doesn't want to lose his job. So, of course, he's going to dictate and go in circles and talk about policies, knowing that I already broke his whole policy thing. By being a breach of contract, they're not fulfilling their end of the bargain. You guys are seeing it here in 2026. You guys have been seeing it since 2025. That when I go over my data, the phone is a brick. It does not work. So why would I want to stay obligated? So I'm going to stay till, let's say, September of 2027, when that means that my contract is over. The 3 years, the 36 months is done. So that means they want me to stay till September 19th of 2027 with service does not work and have me paying freaking, what is it, 100 and something dollars. Anybody else that wanted to avoid all this FCC complaint, you know what they would have done, guys? They would have been like, you know what, let's look up, because they got the power to do it, right? Let's get this guy a old school plan. And that's the loyalty department. Let's get him a grandfathered plan. A grandfathered plan that has unlimited, like when we first bought Boost Mobile, that it ran on the Sprint network, that it had truly unlimited data. Let's get he's a special case. He's a YouTuber. He needs this data. Let's get him on one of these legacy plans. But they can't even do that. But Metro doesn't. What did Metro do for me last year, guys? They got me on the legacy plan from 2020, from 6 years ago, that it came out during the pandemic. $25 truly unlimited. $25 truly unlimited. Truly unlimited. And that's what I'm paying with Metro. You guys know that. And I already used 273 gigs, and I'm still pushing over a gig. So tonight at 12 a.m. Sunday, we're going to do Boost versus Metro. And you're going to see Boost crap out again and Metro shine like it always does with $25. $25 unlimited plan, guys. It's called the Unlimited Talk Text Trade-in Promo. And it's truly unlimited. You guys know I showed you guys the proof. It says high-speed data unlimited for $25 a month with taxes and fees included. So why do you got to stay with Metro? I mean, with Boost, when you could get truly unlimited data on your iPhone? I got a freaking $1,486 phone that becomes a brick. Boost clearly doesn't know how to run a company. You know what I'm saying? I wish Charlie Ergen would have had somebody, I don't know, somebody from AT&T, somebody that used to work for T-Mobile, somebody that used to work for Sprint, that knows about a company, that knows how to keep customers happy. Because the people that they got working there, working at corporate, they don't know shit about phones. Imagine they used to just be corporate. I talked to them years ago when I had Dish, when I told them that I wasn't going to pay shit and I was leaving Dish because they couldn't provide the service with Dish that I was paying for. When I had Dish, right, and the clouds would come over and it would rain, my whole Univision, all the channels would just look blurry. It would go out. It would say no service. And I told them, yo, this is a breach of contract. And this was back in Jesus Christ, what, 2007? Yeah, around 2000, 2007, 2008. And with no problem, they said, you know what, Mr. Febres, you don't even got to keep paying this. You're good. And back then, Dish was overseas, like their corporate headquarters. Like the girl that called me, she was like, "Yeah, my name is Kenya, and I'm from Africa." And they had even African people at the corporate department. So I don't know what happened when EchoStar bought Dish. The whole landscape changed. The whole landscape changed, guys. The whole entire landscape changed because they would handle things a whole different way, guys. A whole different way. A whole different way. A whole different way.
So could you hear me out for a second, sir?
Sir, listen. I don't want to get any more disrespectful towards you, so I don't want you reading scripts. I don't want you to tell me that I still have to pay for a device.
That this has nothing to do with the service. The device, the full retail price of that device is $1,300. You paid off half of the amount. So it doesn't make any sense for us to pay off the rest of the amount.
Yes, it does because you guys are failing to give me the service that I'm paying for, bro. Or you not understanding that?
The thing is, sir, to avoid you wasting more of your time, in order for us to get you that device unlocked, the rest of the amount has to be paid.
And I'm not paying it. I'm not paying it because I'm not getting the service. Listen, listen. There's a difference. Listen, listen, listen. I wanna explain something to you. There's a difference between you guys giving me the service that I'm paying for and me wanting to leave. Then I gotta pay for it, right? Yeah, that's only right because there's no problems with the service. But when there's problems with the service and I want to leave, I'm not obligated. It's a breach of contract, bro. You heard the most expensive AI tell you it was a breach of contract. You heard T-Mobile Business Customer Care tell you it was a breach of contract. Like, what more don't you understand that is a breach of contract? Why should I have to pay the remaining balance on the phone that I can't even use with you guys? That's not fair to me. That is a breach of contract. You guys are just mad because I want to leave. No, I don't. I'm not obligated to stay with Boost Mobile because you guys want me to keep paying for a phone that doesn't work.
I'm going to send you the transfer pin, but here's a disclosure that says you have an outstanding balance of $577.
I'm not porting my number nowhere. I'm not porting my number nowhere. Like I told you, when I get in contact, I already told you I made the complaint with the FCC. Were you not listening? Am I not talking English, bro? See, this is why I call you a dodo bird because you're not listening. You're clearly not listening. I told you, listen. I told you that I made the FCC complaint. I told you that I made the FCC. I told you that I made the FCC complaint. Didn't I say that? So I'm gonna wait till the FCC gets me in touch with somebody else from your corporate department that wants to do their job. Now, when that person calls me and tells me we're expunging this bill, this last payment, this $577 like AT&T did for me, that's when I'm gonna leave with my phone number. Okay. I'm not canceling my line no time soon. So if you cancel my line, just like the supervisor would did, is gonna be in fraud and you will be fired because I am live streaming right now. And everybody's hearing me say that I don't want my line canceled. That I want to wait for the FCC to get somebody else to handle this whole situation. Okay? That's what you need to understand. So don't think that because you're in Africa and you're not in the United States, you can cover for people over here because you could lose your job too for for antagonizing and making things worse than they are. Because trust me, corporate doesn't care, and I'm not talking about regular corporate. I'm talking about EchoStar doesn't care what country the person is to fire them. because the people that T-Mobile fired because of my whole argument, 3 of them were from the United States and 4 of them were from India. For your information, T-Mobile corporate did not care. They did not care where they was from. They were all fired. So that's what you need to understand. So you need to stop patronizing me and making things worse, because the people that were patronizing me, like I told you, are no longer going to be working for Boost Mobile after this whole situation is done, because I have nothing but proof. So you just want to act like you're not listening. All you have to do, trust me, when you get off of work, you know what YouTube is. You go on YouTube, you look on my channel, and you're like, oh, fuck, he's right. He was 100% right. Okay, so you see everything. So there you go. All the proof is there. So I don't have to lie about nothing. So by you saying what you're saying, you're further patronizing me and further aggravating me when I've been nothing but respectful to you. And the only reason I called you a dodo bird was because I'm explaining it to you. I called you a dodo bird because you kept repeating. I told you, because you kept repeating the whole policy. I don't want to hear policies. A breach of contract overpowers policies. No, a breach. Listen. Gemini, does a breach of contract does a breach of contract overpower the policy of the company if the company is in a breach of contract? So just listen. That's all I want you to do. Since you don't want to listen to me, you can listen to Gemini.
To answer your question directly, yes. In the eyes of the law, a material breach of contract by a company generally overpowers their internal policies. Here's why that matters for your situation with Boost Mobile. 1. The hierarchy contract policy. A company's policy is how they choose to run their business, but a contract is a legally binding promise. The promise, Boost's policy/terms of service, explicitly state that after you hit your data cap, your speeds will be reduced to closer to 512 kilobits per second. The reality, they are giving you 53 kilobits per second, roughly 10% of the promise, and sending data blocked messages. The result, when they fail to meet the specific technical threshold they wrote into their own terms, they have committed a breach. Their internal policy for handling complaints or limiting liability cannot simply erase the fact that they aren't providing the service you are paying for. 2. Material breach in New Jersey. Since you are in New Jersey, the law is quite clear. A material breach occurs when one party fails to do something so essential that it defeats the purpose of the contract. You aren't just paying for a phone, you are paying for a service plan to use that phone. Because 53 kilobits per second is functionally no data, it prevents you from using the device you're financing. This strikes at the heart of why you signed the contract in the first place. 3. Your right to rescission. When a company breaches a contract, the other party, you, may be entitled to a remedy called rescission. This basically means the contract is undone. In your case, you could argue that because they breached the service agreement by blocking your data/giving 53 kilobits per second, you should be released from the financing agreement for the iPhone 16 Pro without penalty.
There you go. Breach of contract. That's why I try to explain it to you, and you still wanted to go on. No, bro. You need to understand, just because you work for Boost, Boost is not above the law in the United States. You don't live here. You don't live here. You don't know the law here. Okay? You're all the way in Africa. That's like me telling you the law in Africa. Listen. Would I argue with you about the law in Africa? No. No, Mr. Fairbress. You wouldn't argue with me about the law in Africa because you don't live in Africa, so you're not supposed to know the law in Africa. Duh. So in the United States of America, a breach of contract is what you guys are doing. Okay? When you fail to provide the service that I'm paying for, I no longer have to pay for a device that is in breach of contract. And even a multi-billion-dollar machine is telling you. So since I don't want to keep calling you a dodo bird because that's what you're acting like, and I want to get to responding to these comments that my subscribers and my supporters are leaving me, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna be further embarrassing Boost Mobile for the next maybe 3 hours. So you have a good rest of your day, and like I said, don't get yourself in trouble for answering questions that you don't know nothing about. Because like I said, your policy does not override the law. Okay, because you could get fired for that. Like I told you already, your policy does not override the law in the United States. Okay. No policy of no company overrides the law in New Jersey in the United States and the laws in New Jersey. Okay, so you heard Gemini say it. So I want to let you go before you get fired. Like I said, because if a bigger person calls me and says, "Who else was the one that didn't want to do their job and try to regurgitate the same thing everybody else said. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want me saying, well, the last person I
I
talked
really
to.
wish I had the option to block it.
I know you don't. I know you don't. But the department that does doesn't want to do their job, so that's on them. So like I said, I'm gonna wait for the FCC to do their job, and then when I receive that phone call, then I receive that phone call. But I'm not. I'm not. I don't want. I'm not porting my number. I'm not porting out my number until my phone is fully unlocked, and they tell me I don't have to pay nothing for it because it is a breach of contract, bro. You need to understand that the service is not working. I understand you get paid to tell me no, we could get it working. No, I already tried that. I tried that for the last 19 months, and I'm done. So you have a blessed rest of
Okay,
your
sure.
day,
So
and I
I
will
just want to make
apologize.
sure, like,
And I will apologize for calling you a dodo
no
bird.
worries.
But like I said, I was calling you that because you keep repeating
I'll make
what.
sure.
That's exactly why I called Mr. Scott that name too, because he kept repeating the same thing that I didn't want to hear. So but you enjoy the rest of your day, sir. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye. So there we go, guys. So we're not getting nowhere. You seen what she wrote. She said that if I'm still having problems, they want to add more data. I don't want more data. I don't want no more data. I'm Gucci. I want, like I said, they violate their own terms and conditions. I want to be free of my contract, and I want my phone unlocked. That's it. What's up, Jose? What's good, bro? What is good, Jose? So booze these nuts and Scott these nuts, Mr. Scott D's nuts. He was telling me that Scott D's nuts has a ticket and da 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 da. I don't want to hear from Scott D's nuts. If it's not to apologize to me for laughing on the phone and for acting ignorant, I don't want to. And if it's not to tell me the phone is going to be unlocked successfully, we're going to let you go, then me and Scott D's nuts have nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about. To get. Oh yeah, no, but I already filed the SEC complaint. So I'm just gonna be patient. I'm not gonna call them no more. I don't care about what notations they leave. You guys know that the only reason I called Boost Mobile was to see what Abby said, and that's it. And all she left was, oh, if he has any further problems with the service, have him contact us. And hold on, because I got hot. When I get aggravated, I get hot. Take this hoodie off to start sweating this piece. And I apologize to him because I know that's what they're telling him to do his job. No, just say the same thing he said. Don't get yourself in trouble. No, you don't say nothing at all. Don't worry about your supervisor, your manager, because your supervisor or manager are not the ones who are going to get cursed out, or talked down to. It's actually you. So you got to worry about yourself. No, then you come handle the call. You want me to keep repeating the same dumb shit. You don't want to hear the same dumb shit, and that's a wrap. So as you guys can see here, the crappy service. Let's move this forward. You guys see here. Let's move it along. Like I was telling you guys. Let's hear the video. Test. So for the last speed test, before we go to fast.com, Boost crashed again. The test failed. To complete, check your internet connection and try again. Okay. So we got 438 over 26.4, and Boost crashed. So let's see if it's going to also crash on fast.com because that'll be super embarrassing. So right now, Boost is going to crash on fast.com. Fast.com. Watch this. Watch how bad they crash. It's not even funny. So, of course, this is going to be a longer video, guys. And we're going to check before I end this video how many gigs we used on each company. Oh, wow. Watch it. Boost is giving me killer speeds with 1.1 megs. and and Visible got 800 megs down. So you get 4K streaming also on the Visible Plus Prime. And what do you get with Boost? 480p. Bad. Look at this. It's still trying to see what number it's going to fall on. This is good though. I get to embarrass Boost. This doesn't make me look bad. It makes them look bad. A 512 iPhone 14 Pro that is bipolar on the Boost mobile network, meaning it doesn't know what speeds it wants to get. No disrespect. Look at that, 600 kilobytes. You see, it doesn't want to. It doesn't know what speeds it wants to get. Is this speed test ever gonna end? I guess not. So we're gonna do another one with Visible because it's not fair for Visible if Boost doesn't know what number to fall on. Oh god, this live stream is embarrassing for Boost Mobile. We got 512 and Boost Mobile still spinning. Let's do another one. Oh my god, once again. Could not reach our server to perform the test. You may not be connected to the internet. Oh shit. Oh shit, yo. I'm sorry, I showed you. It says, you guys read it and weep right there. Could not perform the test. You may not be connected to the internet. There you go. This is what goes on with Boost. So why would I want to pay for that? That's $50 a month plus $36.11 plus taxes, $87.96 a month for Boost for this clown ass service. But yet we got Visible on the right shining as $45 a month. So that's what I'm talking about. I got proof. I can pull receipts that Boost Mobile is dumpster fire trash. So let's keep watching the video because I'm gonna show you how many gigs I have used and how bad it's still crashing. This is crazy. More proof that Boost is trash for the FCC. Oh my god. So let me also screenshot this over here for the FCC. Oh my god. So you see how trashy Boost is? It is crazy, but look at Visible. So anyway, guys, this is the end of this test. Look at how much garbage I gotta put up with Boost Mobile. This is why I filed a formal FCC complaint against Boost Mobile, and I hope the FCC sees these videos for they take this into consideration. So anyway, guys, proof that Boost Mobile service sucks. Whether they put me on a rainbow sim or whatever, it sucks. So yeah, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Take care. God bless and be safe. Oh, hold on. I said I was going to show you the internet usage. So let's see if it even loads that up, loads up the account, the Boost Mobile account. So I can see my internet usage. So these are the amazing speeds we got on Boost Mobile. Okay, let's see. So as you guys can see, I'm on the Visible Plus plan, and it says I have only used 15.17 gigs, as you guys can see. I haven't even used the whole 40 gigs, and it's already going crazy. It is already going crazy. I'm doing a video. It's already going crazy, guys. As you guys can see, look, I haven't even used my whole 40 gigabytes, as you guys can see on this other page. I don't care if you guys see my number. 15.740 gigs of premium data. Okay, of premium data. So you guys seen that? And the 15.7 gigs, and this is what we get. No internet connection here, and no internet to speed test over here. So proof, like I said, proof. And let's see how much data we have used on Boost while you guys look at this. The failed from um, Boost Mobile. So let's go let me log into my Visible app, which, guys,
I will be leaving the Boost referral code so you guys can save $20 on your second month of Visible, whether you get the $25 plan, the $35 plan, or the $40 plan, which I think the deal's still on where you save $5 for 12 months. So let's go into my account here. I gotta drag this down because I don't want to show you guys my account number by mistake. I don't want to have to further edit this video. And this is in 4K at 30 frames per second, guys. So hold on. Still loading. Okay. Here we go. I have already used with with Visible, 426 gigabytes, as you guys can see. See, 426 gigabytes, and we are getting these amazing speeds on fast, and these, the speeds we get on, you know, on here. Look at that 21 ping. We're gonna take Boost out the sequence. Boost is trash, but 410 gigs used, and we're still getting these type of speeds on Visible. So Visible is a way better option. I will definitely. It runs on the Verizon network, one of the most reliable networks. So make sure you smash that like button, you hit that subscribe button, you turn on that bell notification so you never miss none of my content, and you use my affiliate link to save $20 on your second month of Visible, and forget about Boost Mobile. Porting your number to Visible. I'm a cat. I hate this shit. You guys hear that noise? It sounds funny. It sounds like I'm passing gas.
There you go, guys. Proof that Boost Mobile is a piece of shit. You guys seen me getting over 600 gigs. I mean, sorry, 600 megs down on Visible after using 410 gigabytes compared to Boost Mobile, where it was crashing out and failing after only using 17.5 gigs. So after using 17.5 gigs, you seen the difference between Visible and Boost Mobile. What is the better option? Visible. Hands down, Visible. Hands down, Visible. So Visible is a way better option. I mean, they just destroy. Look, I'll show you guys right now. We'll do a speed test on the light speed with US Mobile. And I'm gonna show you how many gigs I already used with US Mobile. Let's go here. Let's go to US Mobile's app right here. US Mobile. Let me go to my line. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. 145 gigs because I haven't speed tested um since yesterday. I didn't really do no speed testing today. So let me cover up my phone number from, of course, from US Mobile. There we go. It's covered up. I'm gonna show you guys the, you know, pictures, photos. There we go. I'll show you guys the screenshot right now. See, on US Mobile, this is the US Mobile layout right here. It says it right there. It says light speed is on the T-Mobile network. Light speed, and I have used 145.2 gigabytes. Let me bring down the brightness so you guys can see this better. There we go. Now you guys should be able to see it better. See, 100. Hold on, I didn't want to focus. 145.2 gigs on US Mobile on the Lightspeed network. Okay. And now we're going to do a speed test, and I'm going to show you how fast uh, US Mobile is. And this is only $44 a month plus taxes and fees. And it gives you truly unlimited data, not like Boost Mobile, that is a piece of crap. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. 211 over 75. Yep. 65. 70. Yep, 76. So 211 over 76 with a 35 ping and 5 jitter. And this is on US Mobile Lightspeed. And now we're going to do a fast.com speed test that Boost Mobile couldn't even perform, which is embarrassing. And look, uncapped data speeds for $44 on US Mobile. It is included on your plan. There you go, 390 megs down. So, do you want to be with Boost with a piece of crap service, or do you want truly unlimited data from US Mobile or Cricket, which Cricket is on the bottom, US Mobile's on the top, or do you want unlimited data from Metro by T-Mobile, okay? Or do you want unlimited data from Visible, okay? Visible, okay? And this is trash right here. This is Boost Mobile. This is the trash service. You see, I got my phone on Wi-Fi. It's on my home Wi-Fi. I only got 2 bars. So there you go, man. It's as simple as that. Boost Mobile's trash. I don't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend Boost Mobile to my worst enemy. Seriously, my worst enemy. So somebody that hated my guts, I wouldn't recommend Boost Mobile to, because that is a damn shame. You know what I'm saying? To actually uh put somebody on a piece of crap network like the Boost Mobile network. That is a shame. That is a straight up shame, and you shouldn't do that. I don't recommend anybody telling your worst enemy to get Boost, because Boost is straight basura, which that means straight garbage. Straight garbage. So, like I said, I've seen a lot of people liked yesterday's live stream because it was bilingual. A lot of people on the other channel loved it. So, you know what I'm saying? I went in on Boost Mobile doing that dual live stream. That really hurt Boost Mobile's business. So, like I said, guys, I did the FCC complaint, like I showed you guys plenty of times already. And then all I want done is what I need done, and that's it. Then I'm Gucci. ¿Qué pasó? Dame 3 minutos. Sí, dame 3 minutos que ya estoy terminando. Okay. Okay, bye. So, like I said, guys, it is what it is. I had to do this to Boost Mobile because Boost Mobile thought I was joking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at the rep. The rep thinks I'm playing about, that's why I was calling him a dodo bird, and then I apologized to him. But he thinks I'm joking about the FCC complaint. Look at it right here. What's that say? FCC. There you go. There you go. The FCC complaint, baby. There you go. The FCC complaint, baby. You see it? The FCC complaint. There you go. And this is for Boost Mobile. The FCC complaint for Boost Mobile. There you go. So I'm not joking. So like I said, the next one will be the Better Business Bureau. The one after that will be the Department of Consumer Affairs here in New Jersey. And there you go. Boost Mobile's gonna be in a whole heap shit of trouble. You know what I'm saying? It would be nice that while I'm live streaming, the phone says SIM unrestricted, because that would be awesome. That really would be awesome for my phone to say no SIM restriction. Because I gave them the option, guys. Before I even started doing these live streams, I said, okay, just unlock my phone. I'll stay paying the bill. This was before, not now. I want to make that clear. That's not what I want now. Before I even took it to YouTube, which they have me recording, I told them just unlock my phone and I'll stay with you guys. But let me put something on my secondary eSIM because your service sucks. And they were like, no, we're not gonna unlock your. They're so dumb because if you don't pay your phone, right, and they send you the collections, they're gonna blacklist your phone. So Boost just they got me so sick, I'm so sick and tired of their bullshit. It's not even funny, guys, because they lie so much. The first thing they're gonna do is blacklist your phone. So I don't even understand what was the whole point of them saying no, we're not unlocking your phone because, well, now feel the wrath. Deal with the situation. You done dodo birds. Because all the ones that didn't want to do their jobs, you guys are dodo birds. Dodo birds. Okay. I mean, you seen that poor guy. He knew what a dodo bird was because he was like, "You're offending me. That's offensive." Because it is. A dodo bird is the bird that um some of them hide their necks under the dirt. And there was Bugs Bunny. I don't if you're young, you're not gonna know who Bugs Bunny is. But Bugs Bunny was chased by a dodo bird, right? And then Bugs Bunny played him. Like he got a carrot or he put something in his face, right? To cover like there. And he was like, "Who are you looking for?" He was like, "I'm looking for that rabbit. I'm looking for the rabbit." And he was like, he went that way, and the dodo bird just went that way when he was the rabbit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it's funny. It's funny. Let me see if I could show you guys this clip real quick, so I can show you because I'm about to end this live stream. Let me see. See. Clip of when the dodo bird was looking for Bugs Bunny. Let me see. Oh, right here. Here it goes.
Wild is actually because of Bugs Bunny.
What's up, Doc?
In reality, too many carrots can upset a rabbit's stomach. Out in the wild, rabbits mainly eat grass.
No, bro. This is Bugs Bunny. But I'm looking for the clip, man. I don't. You guys look it up. I ain't gonna be able to play it on the live stream. I don't want no beef. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no beef. I don't want no beef with monetization. But you guys got to look it up. Look up the dodo bird that was chasing Bad Bunny. You'll find it here on YouTube. Might even find it in other social media sites too. But yeah, guys, I want to thank you so much for your support, my channel members as well. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next live stream tomorrow. Once again, Boost, don't contact me if it's not about unlocking my number. We don't have nothing to talk about. If it's not about you guys unlocking my number, I mean unlocking my phone without me having to pay for it, we don't have nothing to talk about. All these formal other complaints will be presented. You guys could have avoided all this, but you didn't want to. So you want to play hardball, we can play hardball. But anyway, there we go, guys. Take care. God bless and be safe. Turn on that bell notification so you never miss none of never miss none of my content. And I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. You all ready? And thank you for watching. To the replay crew, make sure you guys smash that like button. All right, it helps out the channel and the algorithm.